walk the streets of the Scottish capital, Edinburgh, and the national flag, the blue and white saltire, flies everywhere. Scotland already has a strong national identity within the United Kingdom. The principle of full independence, though, exerts a powerful emotional pull. But what will the Scots use for money if they go it alone?
Well, I believe the pound is as much Scottish as it is English. And Sir Walter Scott, back in the 19th century, and you can see the Bank of Scotland up on the hill there, he promoted paper currency. So I see it as being equal to England and Scotland.
It is those practical implications which the UK's central bank chief came here to address. Mr. Carney warned that keeping the British pound involved a currency union with responsibilities and risks.
The threat of default by one country may trigger a more generalized crisis, particularly if the liabilities of the crisis country are held by the banking system of the broader currency area. So it's in the interests of other countries in the Union to bail out the country in crisis, and that reduces the incentives for the countries to run their finances prudently in the first place.
This was a technical speech, what Mark Carney himself described as dismal science. But his dry economics has highlighted the potential political explosiveness of the post-independence relationship. For Scotland, for example, what kind of independence doesn't include financial independence? And will the London Parliament and the English people accept the Bank of England becoming the lender of last resort for failing financial institutions north of the border? The government in London has already expressed its grave reluctance to accept such a role, and that uncertainty worried the Scottish business leaders in the audience.
We've seen what's happened with the euro. We need to know if we're going to continue with sterling or if there's going to be a new currency altogether. So I do think it's vitally important.
But the pro-independence lobby says such concerns are exaggerated.
The key point is that it'll be in the interests of Scotland and of England, because of the trade flows that take place between both countries, in the interests of the Scottish and English people, for Scotland to retain the pound.
Despite his express wish to stay removed from the politics, Mark Carney's analysis has reignited the political debate. September's referendum is a simple yes-no vote, but the real result will be nowhere near as simple. Paul Brennan, Al Jazeera, Edinburgh.